Hey everybody, welcome to the virtual table. I still have a massive itch to play Imperialism 2 and Might and Magic, which I know I've been on a kick lately, but I just got an email today that Frosthaven, the board game app or the game implemented in digital form is available. So I just clicked on play. You're discovering it for the first time with me. Obviously, I'm familiar with Gloomhaven. I had Frosthaven. I started a playthrough of it. It was extremely fiddly for a solo player. I enjoyed the game though. It wasn't that I disliked the game. It was hard for me to manage, and I loved the Gloomhaven digital implementation so much that I am thrilled beyond thrilled that they have this available. Now, this is just a demo, mind you. This is not the full implementation, so I don't know how far we can take it, but I mean, it's just a title screen, but it looks fantastic. I am gonna get the audio. I like the music. It was just really loud for me. And how do I close the screen? I guess I just do that. All right. Yeah, let's just jump in, right? Campaign. New. I don't want to do a tutorial. Let's just jump in. I'm going to do veteran. And remind myself not to complain when it's too hard. You know we're going to create 4. So we got the banner spear. I'm not a big fan of these types of graphs, but sure. It's definitely made by a different developer. You can tell. I don't like. I'm jury is still out on whether I like this UI, but it's functional. And let's see what else we got. We got the bone shaper. This is really the important tab, not this. Okay. Who did I use? I don't remember the drifter. I mean, to be quite honest, there was this Japanese samurai guy. Maybe, that's the reason why it's a demo. Is there's only certain classes that were implemented, and I don't remember selecting any of these. To be honest, I think we had the Bone Shaper. So we had the Banner Spear, the Bone Shaper. There was a Japanese class. I can't even remember. The cards were like a really bright blue. And then there was a 4th one. It wasn't either of these. But there's only 4 available, so I guess we're making all 4. So she's Banner Spear, so she's Britney Spears. You know, get it? You get it. You know you do. Alright, wow, we'll do that one. She only has 30 bucks. I was like, holy crap, do I just get to buy anything I want? No, she gets 30 bucks. What's more important? It's always been my experience that mobility is important. Especially if you're a melee character. You want to be able to get up and hit whoever you need to hit. Now, the ability to fly lets you go over obstacles. And over enemies. But I think just extra movement points for her. Oh, see, but this one only changes your initiative. Screw that. Initiative sucks. We're going to go ahead and do wing shoes then. Alright, I'm clicking on it. There we go. I had to right click on it. Leather armor is okay. Adding poison to an attack, reducing a hit, give them disadvantage. Or just save the money. Not always a bad idea. I'll take the disadvantage though. Alright, so Britney Spears. Now we got this Bone Shaper. Looks like she's from Marvel Comics. The graphics are... I mean, you could tell... I mean, it's 2025. It's no longer 2020 or whenever Gloomhaven came out. So, the graphics are definitely better. I'm not necessarily... Like, I guess I would expect it to be better, given the fact that it's newer. But I have no complaints so far. This is, I really like the previous developer as well. I know they made some buggy... there was some bugginess and crashes, and some people... Like, if you look in the forums, I experienced none of those things, and I'm not saying that they didn't happen, because that's just anecdotal. But I really loved their implementation of Gloomhaven. But, again, there's nothing about this that I don't love either. It's a demo, so clearly we don't have all the starting characters available to us. This is a Bone Shaper. So, I'm guessing it's like a Necromancer type class. From The Simpsons? What was the Married with Children, the wife's name on that? That's what she reminds me of. But yeah, we'll call her Marge. Have 100 gold. And the Warden's robes. Yep, definitely that, because she definitely summons things. And the Drifter actually looks cool. I don't remember playing as a Drifter. This just seems really easy to hit. I honestly don't know. The weighted net seems dumb. Adding a mobilized to people is moderately, well, it's semi-helpful. It's not... Adding a melee thing when he's an archer? I guess I should study his cards more. We're gonna give him leather armor. And the other wing shoes. How about that? And the last one is the Deathwalker, which isn't very different from a Bone Shaper if you think about it. She's more shaman-like. I have something in my mind, but I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna look it up. Okay. We're gonna call her a Harfoot. She looks like the little halflings from that Amazon series. I don't remember this being an option before, but we'll take it. Any unspent money will be lost. I only have $5 left. Unfortunately. Did I really need to scroll up and these were always available? Because this Amulet of Life would have been helpful. That's alright. Well, we're not living and dying by these characters. Okay, so I do like the fact that I get to pick 3. I forgot that that's what changed in Frosthaven. Having to hover over them is a little annoying, but I do like how it's condensed. Like, before I used to have to click on each character. Okay, it takes some getting used to, but there's nothing wrong with this. The loot bag, that's right, because we're going to be collecting, we're doing a lot of crafting now, so we're going to be getting a lot of different, it's more than just gold that you get. Obviously, there's a battle happening. You want more perk marks than less, but usually the less ones are easier to do. But let's just focus one character at a time. Okay, never perform a basic action. That is challenging, because sometimes your cards suck. I don't know her cards well enough to know if that's doable. Perform 2 actions with lost icon in the same turn. So basically you're burning 2 cards. You only get 1 perk for that. That sucks. Kill 2 or more enemies in the same round. I think that's going to be hard, so we're going to go with the first one. Never collect a loot bag. That's doable. Short rest stink. Kill an enemy before it takes its turn. Almost impossible. So we're going to do that. Never use your lowest initiative played card as your initiative card. That is challenging. Kill the very last enemy. We'll try it. Never exit a room with loot bags in it. Yeah.
The sounds greet you first. Muffled, metallic pangs, a voice howling. It's difficult to make anything out with the wind rushing past your ears, but you'd know that tune anywhere. There's a fight up ahead. But a fight means people, and if there are people, then the town must be close. You hear more, a scream, the crash of steel against stone, a deep, earthy growl. You're running now. Your legs are wasted from the hike. Your shoulders ache from your gear. But the sounds are close now, and up ahead you see the gauzy orange light blooming in the air. With one last push, you round the final bend in the trail, and you see it. Frosthaven, engulfed in flame. Great petals of fire burst from windows and crawl over roofs. People stream from the town's ruined gate, their faces bent in panic. A moment later, you see the object of their terror. A massive creature with 2 legs and 2 hulking arms, covered entirely in thick white fur. 3 gnarled horns crowning its head.
Aldork's raiders!
Cries an elderly porter beside you.
We're doomed! They're stronger than anything else alive! We've come all this way for nothing!
As if to prove the point, the Olgox you've been watching catches a fleeing outposter with one hand and hurls him backward as if he weighed nothing. 10 days you've been hiking. 10 days, and this is what you find. You breathe out a thick plume of foggy air and hoist your weapon high. Time to get to work.
Okay, so I remember now, the Frosthaven Kickstarter came with a digital pack, meaning that voice actors did this, and it was available for you to like download an app, and so while you're playing the board game, they would have voice acting for this type of stuff. It was actually pretty good, very well done, and I'm recognizing that this is that same voice acting. There would be no reason to redo that voice acting. They did a great job. So pretty cool that they integrated it in with the digital app. Um, I've never liked a game where there's a party of people and they use the word you. It just bothers me because it's a whole party of people. It's not just you. I understand that each person is supposed to be like I'm supposed to only be playing one of those characters, but the you part still bothers me. It's a whole party of people. But anyways, it's a minor nitpick, and it has nothing to do with the digital app. That's in the board game as well.
Aldoc's Raiders! We're doomed!
Yeah, I don't need that repeated. Okay, so it's familiar yet different. This is similar. The WASD movement is really nice. It's smooth. There's loot. I sort of wish that was highlighted better. That looks like just something laying on the ground, but it's doable. We have. Looks like I can rearrange the start of my characters. It's a right click to do that. I know I'm selecting her. I know these are the cards available. This is functional. Obviously, I can select. If I right click, yeah, right click doesn't do anything. I was just looking at this right here, the select versus view. But maybe, oh, there we go. If I right click on her, I can see her combat deck, inventory, and her cards. They emphasize too much the name of the card when that means nothing to me. I need to see the details, but that's alright. Obviously, the initiative determines how things are going to be. Olgok's card, the guard, if I right click or left click on him, I can't see any information about him. I sort of wish that was available. Again, this loot blends in with all the junk. Like, that's an obstacle. I mean, you can hover over them and see them. Not sure I'm a fan of that. I think in the other game, the loot was an actual chest, which I think this is more thematic, but it's still... It's too similar to these other bags that are laying on the ground. I think that's a door. And yeah, in the other one, you could see the map. Whereas here, I cannot. The map was a little cheaty, I guess. Alright, so let's do R2. So whenever... See, I need to be able to... Like, whenever I want to see those symbols, I want to highlight over them to see what they mean. Like, hit the T button or the Alt button. I want to be able to, like, get more details from the card. So I'm assuming that's whenever... I don't know what those symbols are. Enemies... I know the foot is move from a hex not adjacent to a hex adjacent to you. 2 damage to that enemy. So whenever an enemy flies or moves from a hex not adjacent to you, so basically when they come to you, do 2 damage to that enemy. Javelin is a throw. Regroup, so that's heal 2, then a range 2. Oh, I forgot what the pink, see like that pink thing. I want to be able to hover over it and see what that is. Oh, where are you? I want to be able to see, like, poison and... It is not showing it. Yeah, they're not... This can definitely be a lot better. But it is a demo, I guess. I gotta be forgiving, but if this was the final thing, bad, 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 bad. I wanted to see that pink symbol with the fist. It's like weaken, or like strength weaken or something, or it's like giving yourself advantage. I want to see what that symbol means. Oh, that's right. This one is you got to be with somebody else. They get a little cute with some of these. That's right. She has to be next to other people all the time. The blue is you. The gray is someone else. Let's try it. And then for the underneath part, yeah, combined effort is good for setting up your so I do like that they show the goal here. Never collect a loot bag. I think we can handle that. Now she does summons. So at the top there, that would summon a return servant. So we'll do that. Ooh, that's a nice one. That curses somebody. And then... there's a lot going on here. Yeah, let's poison him. Regain a use of one of your active bonuses. I don't know what that means. It's the same music as Gloomhaven. There's a lot of these, like on the next 6, on the next whatever. Those burn up your cards. You gotta be really careful. And that's right, regain a use of your active bonuses. So these are all active bonuses, and you're getting 2 of them back, I guess. I do think we did play with this character in my playthrough. So what's one of the bonuses? We'll do that one. That's a retaliation. I have to never use the lowest initiative card as my initiative card. So that means I have to make that one the number 2. Or otherwise I would have lost this. So basically he has to always choose the highest initiative card. And for her, I guess this is fly to a hex with a ice. Or whatever that blue shadow thing is. I think we played with this one too. Now that I remember, or thinking about it. So the only thing was, is we had the samurai person instead of her. So it looks like they're going first. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Times 2. And that's a melee attack, so it doesn't do me any good. So I need to be... There needs to be a space in between us, so I need to be here. And I'm gonna have her go... there. And then I need to do this. Why won't it let me select the target? I'm here, she's there, and he's in between. Right here. This is what we're doing. Allows a character to attack an enemy within range with a base value of X. That should work. We have that exact formation right here. There's me, there's her, and there's this in between. It's like doing this weird, like it's going this way, but it's not going that way. There we go. I had to hit the R button. So what was happening is it was doing this horseshoe right here. So if that's like a horseshoe, it was doing this angle. I had to hit the R button to rotate it, and now it worked. Boy, that was very confusing. We did some nice damage though. And he's disarmed. The city guard does nothing. got a summon in place. I didn't realize I had to take damage. I guess that's what that big red 2 means. And I'm too far away to curse anybody. Yeah, I'm off to a great start, aren't I? Alright, one's dead. That was a lot of setup. There's loot on the ground. He just can't do a basic action. See, now in this case, I need someone on the other side of him, which is like really hard to do. I need this person to just retire early. Alright. I am going to heal the person who needs to be healed. That looks like a loot type of action. No, that's a loot action. I don't know what that one is. Like that bottom symbol. Something 2, range 3. What is that? Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? So I can keep damaging myself to get these skeletons up. Let's do that. Now I gotta figure out how am I gonna heal myself. That one will heal someone, but do 2 damage to me. Yeah, Fell Remedy. There we go. I mean, that's a melee. I mean, maybe do that? He's more than 2 spaces away from... So this one's a move and then a range attack. Yeah, we'll do that. And then our last one. Never exit a room with a loot bag. She can summon someone. I don't have the, we'll try it. Black Barrage. And Eclipse. Nope. Black Barrage is the top one. Need to do a bottom one. Oh, come on. Just let you poison someone. Sure. City Guard does nothing. That's a shame. Okay, so this one is we're healing somebody. No, that's healing somebody. What's this? grant 2. Oh, it's a pool. I get it. That's the pool symbol. Well, and this is a heal. Oh, that's a regenerate. Heal at the start of the turn. That's pretty good. Alright, so she got lumber. Did I just ruin her quest? Was she supposed to never loot anything? If that's the case, I'm such a goober. Right, whose turn is it? So, I could move up and poison. Let's do this first. Range attack. A lot of damage. Okay, so this one is a move with a range attack and a melee. Now this one is just... There's no damage to go here, it's just extra movement points. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and... kill one. And I lost my melee. Ah, that was a bad move on my part. That was a bad move. What I was supposed to do is do the melee first, and then I could have range attacked. Okay, the enemy did die this round. Alright. It did it right. It did it right. So I got 2 of my heals back. Now, this formation is really challenging. Again, well, no, I could do that. I just need to move 1 space. Yeah, we'll do that one. Get to you. So I can do some summons with this girl as well. I can still bring more things into... Like this one I can summon, it doesn't do any damage to me. Okay, so with that city guard there, I can do a pincer. So I'm gonna run up and then skip our movement, and then we're gonna pincer this guy. Which didn't do any good. All I did was muddle him. gotta burn a card already. Have to burn another card. Just a little bit too late with that heal. I know I can hit him, but I'm gonna go after the. Looks like I can't hit him. Our summon's finally doing something. That curses somebody 5 spaces away. 1, 2, 3. I was gonna summon this, but I'm gonna do this so we can curse somebody. Never collect a loot bag. Oh, I can mind control him? That's even better. Oh, that's what this whole bottom part is. It's creating dark element. That's pretty cool. So if somebody kills one of my summons, it takes 2 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and just move 2 spaces. Bone Shaper's not bad. Deathwalker's a little weird with the shadow stuff. So we're gonna move this shadow to there. And then I pick something that doesn't oh, I can't do that. Just gonna go ahead and end turn. Protect as many city guards as possible. I think I'm screwed. I gotta open a door still. Like, this isn't the mission. Yeah, I'm not doing too well. Grant 1 character attack 5. Man, there's just learning these cards is... Never use your lowest initiative card. I already screwed that up. I don't remember doing that, but sure. So he moved off the hex. That stinks. Yeah, see, this causes damage to myself, but heals everybody else. That's no good. No bueno. Can't quite move there. Don't have enough. The healing thing would have been nice. So we'll do this one. That -2 stinks. The bleed really helps. Might as well go loot some stuff, right? Oh no, never collect a loot bag from end of turn. I am such a goober. I might as well loot some stuff, right? How to play the game absolutely wrong from start to finish, demonstrated by Jeff. So the only thing I haven't done goober-wise is do a basic action, but trust me, it's coming. So if I do long rest, I guess it's making me choose my card now. Oh, what card would I choose? It's these stupid formation cards. Oh, I just gotta choose the other heroes. That's what it's asking me to do. Yep, there it is. I lost my perks. The Deathwalker's got weird cards. Like, I just sometimes want to do damage, and it's like, I got all these weird flex cards. And see, this is an X. That's a burn. I don't want to burn a card just to place 3 of these on the map. And that's a weird one where I gotta move to a Shadow Hex. That's another burn card. So what I really want to do is I just want to move and loot. That's what I want to do. And then this, I'm just going to do basic attack, skip it. Yeah, we got a bottleneck going on. Now this is the number of summons, which... Actually, she doesn't have any summons, does she? Because those 2 belong to her. No. She has 2 summons. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. She gets her health back. And we could even get a lot of movement points in, but it doesn't really do much for me. That's the wound. That was the retaliate, which is awesome. I did one thing right. Alright, we're gonna open the door.
You run inside the gate, and the breadth of destruction becomes quickly apparent. The town has been sacked. Smoke burns your eyes. What structures still stand are bright with fire, and the rest smolder. Their frames like black torched skeletons. And all about the wreckage howl the Olgoks, celebrating their victory in an unrecognizable language.
Okay, this is really challenging. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Only 4 guards who do nothing but just stand there and take a beating. But I'm going to get out of the way so other people can come in through the door. And then I get to confirm... What ability card can I choose? Oh, yeah. How do I see his active bonus tracker otherwise? See, he's not next to anybody, so I can't do the attack. And this is gonna be brutal. There's loot tokens everywhere. Well, the good news is all those guys are just shielding up. On a turn where I'm not gonna be able to attack them anyways. The archer's always the menace. He immobilized me. Yeah, taking a massive beating. That the retaliate happened. They at least have 2 shields, which helps, but that's not helping. Getting a +2 like that. So the reinforcement, I guess I get to control his movements, so I will. This, of course, I have 3 burn cards because of the damage I've been taking. Alright, well, we need a lot of movement points, so let's do that. I also need to heal. So let's do that. This one, we only have 2 cards left, so we'll just do that. Only 2. And looks like I'm long resting with this one. Alright, I want to hit something, so we're gonna move in to here. I guess he wasn't allowed to attack. Here. I'm gonna move in. We can heal ourselves or heal the other person. We will heal the other person. So Drifter got another health. Return the favor. Now this part here. So that's our little reinforcement dude. Boy, we got rid of a ×2 on that one. Reinforcement died before he could do anything. He lost his regeneration ability. Not good, not good. To retaliate was nice. The skeletons are finally able to move a bit. So grant one character an attack 5, which is what that is. Grant one of your summons a move and an attack. This one, I'm going to heal 5, one target within range 3, but take 2 damage myself. Here I strengthen one target, which is a character at range 3, and I poison somebody else. And then of course if I have the elements I get to add another target, or whatever. I actually think I want to do this one, but see, my targets that I want to heal are not in range. That's my issue. So then it becomes, okay, now this looks like it's any target, but it's a burn. So we don't want to burn, but we want to move. So I'm going to move 2 spaces towards them. And then I can't, that's right. So let's try this then. I can do either of these targets, so let's do this one. Confirm. And then, yeah, I can't poison anybody, so I'm going to skip. That was a very sad turn. Those blesses are giving him ×2s. There is a loot here. There's a loot there. Oh, we're just doing a long rest. Oh. We're in a pickle. We're getting nothing in. Hardly anything in today. So I get to attack something, but holy buckets. I mean, the +1 is nice. Not enough, though. I mean, those are good because they don't attack anybody. All they're doing is shielding themselves and... They do get advantage on their next attack, but... The healing thing is annoying. Man, even with 2 shields. Gotta burn yet another card. Got lucky there. See, if I'm smart, I can turn 1 mana into another mana. So I have like the wind. So I could turn it into something else if I knew what card I wanted to do next. I don't plan that far ahead. That's my issue. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one. So we got a heal. Move 3, create dark. I only have 2 shadows on the field. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, I had to pause for a bit there. My assessment, of course, is that I am not playing this super well. I am being very careless. I'm not studying my cards to get all the synergies. I blindly rushed into a room and I'm nearly dead with 2 of my characters. And then these 2 seem to be doing nothing, and my summons are just lollygagging out back. But let's try this. Those priests are the most annoying so far. So there goes one of the city guards. I gotta take out the archers anyways, so I'm not worried about them. This is sort of like it's like a free round whenever they do this. And they're all going first. Man. Here comes another burn card. Yeah, so the let's grab the no, 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 no. Oh, I meant to move, not skip movement. And a dumb movement like that. That really hurts. Alright, I'll get retaliate if I do this. Yeah, that'll kill me. I'll do it. It's what I chose to do. I gotta get into the action here. Oh. I mean, it's a cool card. I didn't use it properly. None of my summons are within range. This guy needs to heal himself. We gotta kill that one. Finally got one down. Got loot everywhere. Gotta heal himself. I'm almost dead. Yeah, I'm getting destroyed. I gotta get the loot that I failed to get the first time. And I don't think... I can pick any target. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these on the field, so I should be able to hit something 4 spaces away. Or that's just the strength of the attack. Never mind, it's just a wasted everything. There we go, we finally got in. The summon into the game. Oh, come on. I'm in massive trouble with that character. Massive trouble with that one as well. Oh, that just heals herself. It doesn't heal anybody else. Well, let's go pick up some loot. Since I've already done this. Now we're going to grant one of my guys movement. We'll do this one. archer. Okay, that was a decent turn. That's good. Alright, I want to do this one. I at least got to move 3. Skip the attack. Now we move all these. So we're going to move that up. Then we're going to select this one. Move it up. This is very painful, but it works. It's gonna heal them right back up. Every time they take damage, they heal. The only good news is they were dumb. That's good. That's really good. That's not good. He's down and out. We're gonna lose Brittany. Alright, that's what we like to see. Take him down. Take him down. All enemies on a Shadow Hex suffer. That does no good whenever you would suffer. So I'm going to just move 2 spaces. Get closer. And I still don't think I can. So if I remove something within 3, I get to add X damage. Oh, and then X range. So I'm going to remove this one. And I get to attack that one. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm Mick slow. Super slow here. I can't even come up with a bad nickname for myself. I'm Slowy McSlowerson. How about that? There we go. Rid of one of those annoying archers. He's gonna pass out soon, but we at least made it. I do remember there's like a loot deck that has all those different like herbs and you shuffle them and you're drawing from them and it's sort of random which ones you get. Ooh, nice damage. Very nice damage. We're gonna do... I don't have the ability to do a melee attack, so I'm gonna do a move. Grab some loot. And then we're gonna do this. And it's not adjacent to any of my targets, but if I can kill him, which that might do the trick. So all the archers are down. That's not good. One more time without him getting healed. Okay. Looks like I got a long rest. Another long rest. Boy, I'm not doing anything this round. Just don't heal. Of course he heals. Well, the good news is this one's not going to do anything. Perfect. He should be dead. So now we're down to 3 enemies. Yeah, that one shield making the difference. Oh, what do I want to... I'm beginning to really like the Bone Shaper. It's sort of like a summoner class, just a little darker. This Drifter, I need to study up on. These ability cards are not making sense to me. And clearly I'm not playing them correctly. This Deathwalker is annoying, but I can see the potential. It is very annoying, because the whole manipulating the shadow hexes is not very fun. Yeah. Because none of my shadows are anywhere near the enemy. The map moves and the shadows don't. There's only one card that moves the shadows. There might be more, but it's... Okay, that one does 2 damage, 2 damage. They all do 2 damage, so let's get these summoned. We're going to do this guy. This is one last hurrah, and then he's going to die. Or go unconscious, whatever words you would like to use there. Where's the one that lets me move? There we go. Alright, so who's first? This guy. So whatever I do, this is his final movement. I might as well loot, because it doesn't look like anything else is going to matter here. I have a range 2 attack, and that's the closest person. So I'm just going to move up, loot that one. So even if I lose the mission, I do get to keep my loot, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that Wraith just doesn't do much. That is going to cause 3 damage to me. So I can't do that. Ah. That guy has like 9 lives. Round 14. I mean, I'm just prolonging the inevitable, but I'll do it. So I can move 3 spaces, poison somebody, move 3 spaces, lay down a dark. If I can move 3 spaces, I will not be next to anybody. We'll do it that way. So if I go there, I'll be able to loot, but I won't be able to hit anybody. So I guess I gotta go there. And then we're gonna remove this one and attack this guy. That Wraith is just struggling. There we go, there we go. That is good, that is good. Let's get another one out. Watch, this is pretty awesome, watch this. Never clicked a loot bag. Actually, that wasn't end of turn looting. I could have done that. Alright, this is gonna result in a KO. Alright, I think we're gonna do it, because my summoner is gonna save the day here. I would like to do that, but that'll KO me. So let's heal myself first. And then do that. Yes, yes, yes. That's how we shall roll. And then here... I can place one in a hex. Actually, what I need to do is move. And then attack. That's not good. Oh, all he did was curse them. Perform the attack as if you were occupying a hex with a shadow. Oh, I'll choose this one. Select target. Come on. That's a melee. Oh, it's choosing a target back here. It is not working like it reads. Perform the attack as if you were occupying a hex. So what that means is, as if I was here, I'm doing a melee. Oh, this whole thing is a cluster. Alright, finally did some damage. We didn't kill anybody this round. Okay, I need a long rest. I need a long rest. Wow. Oh. So, this is a burn card, but it's going to put a shadow in my hex. almost. The Wraith again. Wraith attacked the wrong person. Alright, I am back. Let's finish this. Okay, so we can do another cool little loot action. This is nice because it curses, but it doesn't really damage them. But I can cause anybody adjacent to them to attack. It actually looks like that. This is the only one left, and there's nobody adjacent to him. So that's just healing people. Okay. Let's do the loot one. Looks like there's only one person who can loot. I'm just gonna skip the ability. That skeleton's gone. That is not going to help him. He's already poisoned. That should be... 1 second. Sorry about that, I had a phone call. So, we won, but we get to finish the round, so let's go ahead and play out the rest of the cards. So it was a very ugly win, but we won. So we gained... Oh, that's just experience points. I don't think anybody got their perks. Well, here we go. We can see 2 of the people got their battle goals. So they're going to get 2 perk marks. Oh, I like these charts.
You lower your weapon and breathe as the remaining Ulgoks retreat, scurrying from Frosthaven like giant white mice. They'll be back, you're certain of it. But for now, you can rest. You wipe the soot from your face and take stock. Frosthaven is almost exactly what you imagined. A knot of grey stone and timber surrounded by sharpened palisade walls. A place where mere survival is an everyday concern, and where only the desperate could feel at home. Thankfully, though, the townspeople are tough. They're already on their feet, dousing fires and picking through rubble. In fact, one of those townspeople is marching right for you. A sharp-featured human woman with a fighter's muscular build, close-cropped hair and dark skin approaches and offers a gauntleted hand in greeting.
The sea be praised.
She says, crushing your fingers with enthusiasm.
We wouldn't have held out much longer without you.
You nod and ask what happened.
Oh, just life up north is all. I'm Satha, mayor of this fort, now that my predecessor and his lieutenant have fallen. As for the Olgoks, they've been at us all winter. Took them months to break through, but they finally did. Probably killed a dozen or so of my men. Would have done worse if you hadn't shown up.
You explain who you are, that you've been sent from White Oak. At the mention of the capital, her face scrunches up in displeasure.
It's about time they sent someone to help fix this mess they made.
She says, then tries to lighten her mood.
I don't mean to be ungrateful. I'm overjoyed to be still among the living. But a lot more people would be alive if your employers, the Merchants Guild, never stuck their noses in our business. I've spent my whole life here in what was once a fishing village, living and letting live with the Olgoks. Until last summer, that is, when the Merchants Guild sent some garrisons and bureaucratic types up here to see how Frosthaven could be of more use to the Empire. One of their expeditions proceeded to muck about in an Olgok's burial site, and the next thing we know, righteously angry Olgoks are attacking us. The Inkstains immediately hightailed it out of here, leaving just a handful of soldiers behind to keep us safe.
Satha clenches her gauntlet tighter and tighter as she tells the story, but now releases her grip.
I've had to learn a lot of things in the last year. The hard truth is that the Olgoks refuse to be reasoned with. And the only way to stay alive and keep this place I call home is to win the fight, regardless of who started it.
Her face softens and she clasps your shoulder hard.
There's not many of you, but I'll take what I can get, especially now that our garrison's been thinned. And as it happens, I have an idea.
She turns and gestures to the town's smouldering walls.
We took a beating in that fight, so if we're gonna survive much longer, we'll have to do more than just sit around and wait for the next attack.
She sizes you up carefully.
I've already sent a scout to track the Olgoks back home to the mountains. Drop your gear at any longhouse that's still standing and rest up. As soon as you're ready, I want you to get over there and find a way to slow these attacks.
The bunks in the remaining longhouses are all occupied by the injured, but you find a dry stretch of floor to lay your heads on your packs. You doubt you can sleep after the horror that greeted you in this little outpost. But before you know it, a young Valrath man is nudging you awake.
Wake up.
Satha's scout has returned with his report. He tracked the attackers to the foothills of the Kopanek Mountains, where they entered a cave at the base of Snowscorn Mountain. Interestingly, a smaller band split from the main group before they reached the cave and hiked around to the mountain's deadly eastern face. The scout didn't see where they went, but he suspects a secret entrance to the Olgok's stronghold.
One last thing.
The Valrath says as you wipe the final dregs of sleep from your eyes.
Another group is moving towards Snowscorn. They were Olgoks, no doubt, but they're dressed differently than the ones who attacked us. They carried long sticks and had some wild animals with them. I don't know if they're going to attack the mountain or reinforce it, but either way, you'd better get there quick.
Okay. The dialogue and the voice acting is really nice, but man, all I wanted to do was click and get to the next screen. But yes, so here's what's interesting. In Frosthaven, they added the whole looting all these crafting ingredients, and it's almost like Robinson Crusoe, where you're stranded on an island and you've got nothing, and you're building something out of nothing. That is a tried and true formula that just works. And Frosthaven has that formula, and compared to Gloomhaven, which had this full bustling city from the start, and you were just sometimes unlocking things that they didn't realize they had or was locked. It's not quite as entertaining or fun. So I think Frosthaven is just a lot of improvement over the regular. I mean, even those characters, they were more complicated and nuanced than the Gloomhaven characters. And while I stumbled and whatnot, I still beat the mission. I still figured out how to do what I needed to do. But I could have done way better. The number one thing I could have done better was loot better, right? I left a lot of loot on the floor, but we did pick up a lot. So, obviously we have our first event here. I'm gonna catch real snowbirds. We're not gonna paint the snowbirds. I gained 2 of something. I don't know what that is. Looks like it's reputation, which is good. So a new building can be constructed. We did the event, as you can see. And then a building upgrade is available. Alright, I gotta pause again because I have other things I'm managing. I love what they're doing with this game. I am so excited for when they finish it. And I know it's just a demo. I have no idea when the demo is going to end. But everything about it looks fantastic. And I did sell my physical copy of the board game. Largely because I just knew I couldn't... I don't have any friends to play it with. And it wasn't fun to play solo. In electronic format like this is a blast to play solo. So I am thrilled beyond thrilled. And if they got a working demo, that means the final release is coming soon. Can't say enough recommendations about it. Actually, I'm at 1 hour and 49. I'm going to just end the video here, go do what I need to do, and then come back with a fresh video. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.